What is up, everyone? Jay here with another Fire Emblem Heroes video, and today we're going to take a look at this year's bunny slash spring slash Easter banner. And we have some interesting choices, but also a little bit of boring ones in my opinion. But the first unit on the banner is Framme, or Framme, I think it's Framme, Spring Fangirl. If you guys played Engage, you know her. She's one of the first units you get, along with her twin brother Clan, but he's not here. But Framme makes her debut as an Axe Infantry unit, and you might expect her to be kind of like a standard Axe Sword, or sorry, not Axe Sword. I was going to say God Sword, God Axe, you know, that has a lot of speed, and she definitely has that, but she actually works a lot differently than you might expect. So I like what they did with her, and it's in tune with her character. So Hippity Hop Axe is her weapon, -1 cooldown, plus $4 stats, and reduces damage from the foe's attacks by X percentage. If unit's HP is 100 at the start of combat, or if it's full HP, then X equals unit's HP value at the start of combat. So if she has 45 HP, for example, right, then that's going to be 45% damage reduction. So pretty cool mechanic, because we really haven't seen damage reduction calculated off HP like this that much in the game. There's only like a few units that really do that. I think the last one that I can think of was Legendary Xander with his B skill, but I have to reread his B slot. But I think his worked similarly off HP or the foe's HP or something. But yeah, that's pretty unique damage reduction calculation. And then if not full HP, then X equals 50% or half of that HP at the value or HP value at the start of combat. So maximum 60 to allies within 2 spaces. So she can give this DR to her allies, which is nice support. So she's not just pure offense or, you know, defense. She can also give support to her allies, which is cool. And then also, if the damage reduction effect of this skill is triggered, deals 1 damage to unit during combat, or sorry, after combat, and then deals 1 damage even if that is neutralized. So it's a bit of recoil, I guess, to balance the DR she gives and gets, but honestly, it's not that big of a deal, because right after that she gets 7 HP healing at the start of turn. So, you know, it is kind of offset, but it's not after combat, it's at the start of turn, to keep that in mind. So she's not going to be able to heal as much because it's at the start of turn, but still giving this to your allies and yourself is going to be really good for Framme here, because she can get more damage reduction according to her HP, and the higher it is. So keep her healthy, that's the plan. And then if unit is within 3 spaces of an ally, grants plus Y to all stats. Y equals the number of allies within 3 spaces times 3 plus 5, maximum of 14. If unit is within 3 spaces of a dragon ally, then it just straight up is 14. So that's in, you know, reference to her being a fangirl of the Divine Dragon. So if she's next to a dragon, she's going to get the maximum stats, and then she also gets Null Guard and further damage reduction by Z on the first. So now we're getting into Z. So we had X, Y, and now we have Z percentage. So Z equals unit's HP at the start of combat, maximum 60. So again, calculating it based on your HP, and that includes the Brave Hit as well. So really unique axe. She has extra stats, she has healing, DR. She just doesn't have no follow-up, which is not that bad, because you can outsource it. There's a seal for it, so it's not too big of a deal, but she's going to work as a really tanky Axe Infantry that can also support her allies depending on her HP, which is really cool. So I like that it is a reference to her character, you know, always wanting to help Aleer with stuff and wanting to know what they're doing. So that is her axe. I like what they did with it. Dragon Fang is her special. Firestorm Boost 3 is the A slot, which is perfect because it gives her the guard effect and more HP to help with her weapon and attack and speed. And then she comes with Spurn 4 to make use of her high speed and get more damage reduction, and the infantry pulse 4 for even more support. So I like what they did with her. You know, she is a fangirl at the end of the day, so it's very perfect, I think. So that's Framme. We'll have to see how Clan is introduced into the game, but she does make a debut as a bunny alt. So that's Framme, and then they're going to show her next to all of her dragon friends and just become really annoying and heal and be very, very bulky. So the next unit on the banner is Spring Flingster Sylvain. Now, I don't dislike Sylvain. I think he's cool, but it just feels like he's kind of shoehorned in here. I think that's what it feels like with a lot of banners with 3 houses, because 3 houses gets a lot of alts. So it's kind of the same thing here. Not a huge fan, but you know, no offense to Sylvain fans, but you know, like I said, Sylvain's cool. I just kind of wish it was someone else, because we saw Linhardt in the silhouette, so we knew he was going to be on here. I was just kind of hoping he'd be the only 3 houses character. But Sylvain makes another alt with a Carrot Lance as a Lance Cavalier, and he's pretty strong. You think he might be a demote, but he's actually not, so that's pretty surprising. And he does come with a PRF and no quarter, as you can see right there, and a Clash 4 and Near Trace 4, which is cool. So Flingster Spear is his weapon, -1 cooldown. If Rally Assist skill is used by unit, grants +1 charge per attack to unit for 1 turn and restores 7 HP, and afterwards once per turn grants unit another action. So that's really cool, because it gives them Gale Force without having to use Gale Force. We've kind of seen this before on other with other Lance Cavaliers. I think Sane had a similar thing. if I remember correctly, so that's pretty cool. At start of combat, if he's alive, grants +5 to all stats, neutralizes effects that prevent units follow-up attacks, so partial no follow-up, and he reduces damage from the foe's first attack by 40%, including the brave hits. And also, if special charge +1 per attack during combat is active on unit, he also gets null guard. So that's pretty easy and pretty nice, because that's going to pretty much ensure that he triggers no quarter or gale force or whatever special you want to use, because you get special charges and null guard. It's pretty much Joe over for the opponent, unless they have tempo 4 or just tempo, but tempo skills aren't as common, or at least in my experience they aren't. But tempo skills are really good to stop this kind of stuff. But if they're not using tempo, then this is going to be, you know, just money for Sylvain. So he comes with rally attack speed to get the rally, because it's only going to work if he does a rally assist skill, not even the it doesn't say reposition, so he has to use a rally. So it's going to take his action, unfortunately, but he can still move after that. So I think, right? So if he rallies, then he can move again. So, and then you can try to trigger gale force, if I think that's how it works. And the no quarters is special, one of the best specials of the game. Dimitri is not the only one with it now. And you know, you can also run gale force, like I said, but no quarters is going to help him nuke stuff. One of the best specials, attack speed clash and speed defense near trace 4. So glad we're getting more trace 4 skills after we got one on Ivy and rearmed Reinhardt. So he pierces foes with string of attacks and powerful specials. So yeah, there is Sylvain, hitting him with the carrot lance, and that lance line is gone. So pretty simple unit, but you know, he does well at what he does. High speed, high offenses, you know, decent defense, low res as you expect. And then Spring Daydream Mirabilis makes her debut, not her debut, but her spring debut, I guess, because, you know, this is definitely a banner she'd be on, kind of the QT banners like she did with the winter one a couple years back. So she's a blue tome flyer this time, and she's a demote, as you can see by her kit. She has no A slots. Like I said, I'm kind of surprised Sylvain isn't the demote, but it's Mirabilis this time. And she's going to be able to have a unique dance. So she's going to be one of the better demotes for sure. It's not often that, you know, someone with a PRF dance is a demote. And here she is taking this hit from this red bow unit. Daydream Egg is her weapon, grants res +3. If penalties active on the foes or any foes within 3 rows of 3 columns centered on unit, inflicts -5 to everything but speed, and -1 cooldown charge, so guard effect on those foes during combat. So that's nice support. At start of combat, if she is alive, or sorry, if the foe is alive or above 75% HP, or penalties active on that foe, grants +5 to everything but speed because she's super slow, and reduces damage from the foe's attacks by 20% of units of res during combat. Okay, so that's really good, because that's true damage reduction based off of res, and when we saw earlier, she has really high resistance, so this is going to help her take a lot more hits because it's not pierceable. So that's really amazing. Spring's Dream is her dance skill or assist skill. Grants another action target ally, grants attack +6 and bonus doubler to target ally and allies within 2 space of target ally. That's really good. So that's like a rally up attack bonus doubler. And then inflicts a -6 attack and panic on nearest foes within 5 spaces of target and ally, and any foe within 2 spaces of those foes through their next action. So that's a lot of range. So Spring's Dream is a really good dance skill. So this is way better than I thought, including the weapon giving true damage reduction. So Mirabilis is going to be one of the best demotes, because, I mean, we have a lot of good seasonal demotes that are very strong, but they're mostly offensive. This one, Mirabilis is going to be able to provide amazing support with the bonus doubler, panic, guard effect, and also true damage reduction, so she can take some hits. Mystic Boost 3 is her B slot, so that's pretty simple. I mean, it gives her healing, which is nice, and then attack resistance Ryan. So Mystic Boost 3, if you want to get this skill, I guess you can pull from Mirabilis, because her tome is not inheritable, I don't think, is it? Actually, no, it's not, because it doesn't have plus. So Daydream Egg is definitely her PRF, so you can't inherit that. So I guess you can try to get Mystic Boost 3 if you're trying to inherit Mystic Boost 4, but not many units have that skill, so I don't even know if she's the best fodder. I mean, I guess we'll have to see if attack res Ryan is at 4 or 5 star, and the same with Mystic Boost. But Mirabilis is definitely a really good dancer in her own right, being a demote. And then we have the harmonic hero Spring Wings. This is something I didn't expect. Chloe and Cordelia. So drawn by KIPPUUUUUU. I love KIPPUU's art. I've always been biased towards KIPPUU because KIPPUU drew base Lind. So I love KIPPUU for that. But no different here. Gorgeous art in my opinion. Chloe and Cordelia are beauties, and it's just kind of funny because I don't know, it's another harmonic that they don't really have that much in common, because at least I thought what they try to do with harmonics is have characters in common, but after the Tana and Peony one, I guess they can just do whatever they want. But not that I'm complaining, it's just they don't really have that much in common, because Chloe's a foodie, Cordelia is, unrequited love, archetype like Hatria. So, but they're both Pegasus Knights, and they're both beautiful. So here they are. Chloe as a red tome flyer, and she's going to be a crazy nuke, looks like. So I actually haven't looked at their stuff yet. So Skyhopper Egg is the weapon with a Coldest Strike, of course. And yeah, so this gives Canto 1, -1 cooldown. At start of turn, if you're alive, grants attack speed +6 and charge. Okay, so that's really good. And then if unit initiates combat, reduces damage from the foe's first attack by 40%. To unit and allies within 2 spaces of unit, and allies in a support partner pair on player's team. Wow, so not only to allies, but also to allies in a support partner pair on a player's team. So does that mean it's going to work on defense too? Because if you support partner someone, normally support partner is only really going to matter if, or actually, I could be wrong. I don't know what I'm thinking, but if it's 2 spaces of unit, spaces and an ally, and then you also give that to support partner pairs, then you can give them extra damage reduction. So that's cool support. I don't think we've really seen that on a unit. At start of combat, if she's alive, grants +5 to all of her stats, an additional bonus of a unit's attack and speed, because of course, why not? Equal to number of allies granted charge. So yeah. So if you put this on a flyer ball or a flyer line, this is going to be crazy. So she's going to hit lots of attack and speed, and just be a menace on especially like Embla teams. And the number of allies granted charge, excluding unit, ×4, maximum 8, deals damage 20% of unit speed. So of course true damage too, and you will also reduce the dodge skills, damage reduction skills by 50%. You have those, of course, from non-special skills. So really insane weapon, honestly, because charge is really good status. This also helps with prime effects, but the damage reduction support that she can give is also really nice, and the charge status, and just she's gonna be an insane nuke. So watch out for Chloe. Draconic Aura is her special remote sparrow for even more attack and speed and some DR. Coldest Strike, of course, and Speed Res Crux. This is a new kind of Ryan skill, which works a little bit different. I think honestly it's probably better than Speed Res Hold, because it gives the same debuff. It's just not within 2 spaces. It's within, yeah, it's way better. It's honestly just way better because it gives it within foes within 3 rows or 3 columns, so not just within 2 spaces. And then also those foes suffer guaranteed follow-up attacks during combat. So I think what that means is that whoever is within 3 rows or 3 columns of this skill is going to take a guaranteed follow-up attack, no matter what, I guess, even if they can't. Just like, whatever gives you a guaranteed follow-up, like quick riposte, you can just get this from the skill. I guess that's how it works. I could be wrong, but Speed Res Crux is an interesting skill for sure. So Chloe is a powerhouse and also a good support unit, being able to let hell break loose. So that's Chloe and Cordelia. Cordelia making another harmonic appearance because her last one was with Severa, or no, not with Severa, with Selena back in Christmas a couple years ago. So she joins the few characters that have been on 2 harmonics. This time she's a backpack though to Chloe, and I do love KIPPUUUUU's art a lot. It's really beautiful in my opinion. So that is the banner, and pretty much everybody. I like how it's more, I mean, obviously Chloe is disgustingly strong, and she can be really strong, but she also provides support, which is cool. Harmonized skill grants -2 cooldown to unit and allies within the same titles as units, and resonant blades, and incited to unit. Wow, so she also gets the incited effect, so the more she moves, the more stats she gets, so that's gonna make her even stronger when she uses this. So that's amazing. So that is Bunny Chloe and her new partner Cordelia. And then we have Linhardt. He's going to be the Tempest Trial unit. I think his art is out already, and I don't know what kind of class type he is, but good for Linhardt fans. I definitely didn't expect him to get an alt on here. I honestly was kind of expecting this banner to be like Sleepyhead theme, because we had Mirabilis and Linhardt, so I was thinking we get Har or something, or Tiki again, because those are the other 2 most sleepy Fire Emblem characters, but we didn't. So yeah, that's the paralog, a place to rest because we're sleepy. Some people are going to sleep on this banner for sure, like myself. I'm not going to pull on it, but it's a cute banner overall, I think. And there's Linhardt right there. So yeah, I'm glad I can skip on this because I've been saving. I pulled on Goto's banner, like you guys might have seen. So I'm trying to recover and save for the bridal banner or the wedding banner. Hopefully that has some Arcanea favorites on there, because there's a lot of good Arcanea couples they can do. But yeah, if you're a fan of these characters, definitely pull on it. Good luck if you are. I don't think the fodder is even that crazy either. I mean, Speed Res Crux is a kind of a cool skill. It's definitely going to be useful, but I don't think it's a must pull. I mean, Sylvain has the near trace, but it's not a must pull either. None of the skills are really that must pull in my opinion. Honestly, I think Mirabilis might be one of the best units on the banner, even though she's a demo, because of her PRF dance, PRF weapon. That's amazing for a dancer. So if you are a Mirabilis fan, you can definitely try and pull for this, because this is going to add a lot of value, even as a demote. Like, that's pretty amazing that she has true DR, all that support, and sometimes that's all you need. But yeah, that's the video, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed. Leave a like if you did. Good luck on your summons or your saving. Please stay safe out there. Peace out.